Welcome to everyone tuning in. This is Titan Radio, the
The
space
space
where
where
you'll
you'll
never
never
feel
feel
out
out
of
of
place.
place.
Hello, everyone. I am Hannah Chiu, your main host for today's episode.
And I'm Kiara Garcia here today with Hannah. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Titan Radio. I'm so excited for this episode. Kasi, ito na naman, marami na naman tayong pag-uusapan.
Yeah, of
Right, Hannah?
course, one Titan Radio episode, hindi talaga siya mabubuo pag wala tayong guest speaker. And I am very honored to introduce to you our guest speaker for today, which is Ate Jeanette Tolosa. She is a main advocate of mental health, and the reason why she's aiming for this advocacy in particular is because she wants to be a psychologist someday. And other than that, she is also the Chief Operating Officer of LLEAP, our senior high school student organization. Hello, Ate G.
Welcome,
Hi.
Ate
Hi,
Jean!
hi everyone. Again, you can call me Jean, and yeah, we can. Sabi niyo naman kanina, there's no formality, so we can
Yeah.
go through Ate Jean na lang.
Yep.
Yes.
So today's episode, medyo mabigat siya. And
Parang every episode ata sinasabi natin mabigat.
mabigat siya.
Parang, ano, that's
Signature natin yan.
oh, nagiging theme ng Titan Radio.
Mabigat
Grabe, hindi
talaga
naman.
eh.
Pero what's our topic ba today, Hannah?
Yung being vulnerable. Without a doubt, we tend to ponder about the most profound topics in life, diba? Like, kunyari,
Mm-mm.
where do I go after I die? Is
Grabe.
water even wet?
Oh my God. Grabe yung tanong na yan.
Yeah, these thoughts and questions may be foolish to other people, but because of these thoughts, di talaga mawawala yung feeling of overwhelmed and nervousness.
Tama,
Kasi di
tama.
natin alam kung ano yung darating ng hinaharap, diba?
Mm-mm. Parang yun yung nakakatakot, diba? Yung hindi mo alam yung mangyayari sa future. Like, the unknown is such a scary thing. Pero let's ask Ate Jean what they think. What do you think about Ate Jean?
It is indeed mabigat, and it's not an easy topic to talk about kasi it's kind of sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think about our topic for today.
Right, right. So, Hannah, how are we gonna approach this topic ba? Kasi sabi nga ni Ate Jean, very sensitive.
Yeah, since, we think about a lot of things, the human mind is very indeed the greatest
Magulo.
unknown. Oo, magulo na. Aminin natin yan, magulo.
Agree.
So, pag magulo yung isip natin, syempre we feel very vulnerable. So, ano nga ba yung
Mm-mm.
vulnerability? Okay.
Let's ask Ate Jean muna what they think of vulnerability
How would you
personally,
define it? Yeah.
right?
Personally, I think everyone everyone has their own vulnerability, and I'd like to think na yun yung tinatawag na soft spot ng mga tao. Like, whenever someone would say na, oh, I hit your soft spot, or oh, this person pala has soft spot. It means, ayun, kasi vulnerability is the sensitive part of all of us, ganun. Like, something might trigger on it, or, just attitude in general na hindi napapakita masyado sa ibang tao. Like, just the people you share intimacy with, or just in general na friendship or trust.
Mm, yun nga. So,
Right.
yun yung definition ni Ate Jean on vulnerability. Pero ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng vulnerability in a context of a dictionary? So, vulnerability comes from a Latin word for wound, which is vulnus. Vulnerability is a state of being open to injury or appearing as if you are in one.
Tama si
Since,
Ate Jean, it's like
yeah,
the soft spot. Kasi vulnerability means like being exposed, right? And
mhm,
napapansin nyo ba like vulnerability like it comes only after like something big, like after a big step, uh, like in a relationship with
mhm.
someone. It doesn't have to be like romantic, ganun. Even in like friendships. Gaya na sabi ni Ate Jean. Why is it kaya na vulnerability happens only after a little while in a relationship? Like, what's that wall that you have to get through before you go through the big step of opening up?
For me, I guess it depends on the environment na kinalakihan nila. na they might came from a family na hindi open communication, or they might come from a family na super close sa isa't isa. So I guess that itself depends on sila makaka when sila magiging comfortable to show vulnerability to others. Kaya siguro, ayun, it will take some relationships for a while before they open up. Because, again, trust is not that easy to gain, especially nowadays.
So, una-una, bakit nga ba tinatago ng mga tao yung pagka-vulnerability nila? Kung bakit pa
Uh,
kailangan ng trust? Why is that so important? Yeah.
siguro kasi trust and vulnerability, they're, diba? Like, they coexist with each other. They depend on each other, diba?
Mhm.
Siguro, ikaw muna, Hannah, what do you think? Bakit
Um,
kaya ganon? Bakit related si trust tsaka si vulnerability?
as a person na maraming trust issues. Okay. So, I think, ano, according to Ate Jean, it depends on the environment wherein a person grew up. Depende sa upbringing niya. Eh ako, I grew up in an Asian household wherein like parang sharing your emotions may come off as rude to others. So I feel like na sharing emotions pa lang is is my soft spot. Like hindi ko agad gusto i-share sa tao. It's not like I don't trust people, it's just I don't like parang I don't trust myself to give out information.
Mm.
Parang
Mm.
ganun. That's what I think. That's why I try to hide my soft spots. Pero over time, di ko talaga kaya i-bottle up yung emotions. So,
Oo,
pero,
kasi that's not
yeah,
healthy then, right?
yeah.
Bottling up your emotions.
Mm,
So it's good that we are able to build trust with other people and build relationships with other people. Para ayun nga, we don't have to bottle up emotions and we're able to like share. Ayun, so we don't have to like feel it all by ourselves,
mm,
right? What about
yeah.
for Ate Jean? What do you think po?
Siguro I'd like to agree with Hannah na people tend to hide their vulnerability kasi siguro yun yung parang deep part sa atin. Ayun, as I've said a while ago, na parang hindi siya madaling i-share kasi, ayun, trust issues may root from different experiences na baka kasi they had experience backstabbing, or
Mm,
uh, hindi nila masyadong, like, in general na hindi nila mapapagkatiwalaan yung mga tao. Kaya nahihirapan na silang magbigay ng tiwala pa sa mga katiwa-tiwalang tao. So, I
yeah.
guess, ayun, yun yung hardest part on choosing people kung kanino mo ipapakita yung vulnerability mo and kung kanino mo siya pagkakatiwalaan. Kasi, ayun, this vulnerability of yours is soft spot na, and you need, and siguro deep inside us, we need someone to take care of that certain vulnerability part of us. Kaya hindi siya madaling ipakita basta-basta sa ibang tao.
Yeah, you true. You're very scared that people might use your emotions against you. Right?
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
like manipulate you because of it.
Yeah, and take advantage of you. Kaya talagang, I don't know, it's really important that we only show our vulnerable parts to people that we're really comfortable with. Kasi ayun nga, they might take advantage of us kapag kung sino-sino lang yan, right?
Yeah.
So we tend to hide our vulnerability talaga, diba? Kasi sabi nga dito, it's a natural inclination to self-protection and preservation. Mhm.
So, what does the trust, parang ano ba bine-benefit sa atin ng trust? Kunyari, I am vulnerable, I accept that. I now trust this person. So, trusting a person, what do I gain from trusting that person? What do you think, Ate Jean? If I trust a person, I have already shared my vulnerability to them. And is it win-win? May pagka-win-win ba nagaganap?
Personally, I think hindi siya ano eh. I don't think it's a win-win situation, but ay, pwede rin actually kasi
Mm.
uh, they gain your trust and you gain, you know, a
Yeah.
genuine friendship with someone na after a long road of having trust issues, you finally meet this someone na you can show vulnerability, you can trust them, you can trust them to take care, ganun, to take care of this part of yours na, after, yun nga, after trust issues, parang nandun ka na sa isa sa mga goals mo, sa road, sa journey mo, to have someone with you na you can show your true emotions. And maybe, someday you can give back to them yung pinakita mong vulnerability sa kanila. Like, they can also show how they were being vulnerable to other people or maybe to you lang. So, I guess it's a win-win situation na you give them the trust na hindi matagal mo nang hindi binibigay sa isang tao. And syempre, it's a significant part of the friendship. So, there's there's a big chance na bibigyan din nila sa'yo yung tiwala na yun.
Right. I really like what you said po. I know trust gives you you gain companionship from trust to answer Hannah's question earlier. But however, I also think na I guess your ability to be vulnerable with someone. Uh, para sa akin lang to, I just think that that shouldn't be the only standard to like hold up the depth of your relationship with someone. Because I guess there are different people for different things. There are there you should like there's a lot of types of relationships kasi. So I guess there's just not one kind, Sometimes this friend is better at handling your vulnerability and ayun, that makes your relationship with them deep. And then this other friend naman, you don't get to be that vulnerable with them, pero in a sense, your relationship with them is just as deep as your relationship with the with the person you can be vulnerable with. Gets nyo ba? Do you guys agree?
Yeah, yeah. Depende talaga sa tao, 'no, kung sino
Yes.
yung ano.
Mm-mm. That's so weird, no? It's so weird talaga to be human.
Medyo
Yeah, like,
pagka-complicated pero, yeah.
yeah, like there's just, siguro yun yung dahilan why we have different group of friends, ganun, like,
Yeah.
or different friends in general,
Right.
kasi
Right.
hindi mo pwedeng, ako personally, I don't think you can show vulnerability to everyone, kasi hindi, as you said a while ago, hindi lahat kayang makahandle ng vulnerability because, again, each one of us is not responsible for anyone, for anyone's
Right.
emotions, traumas, etc.
Agree. Super. So, since you said that, Ate Jean, when do you think is a good time, or like, who are the people? How do you find the people to be, vulnerable with? Good people to be vulnerable with.
Actually, I don't know how I would answer that kasi but I think may mga certain friends ako na masasabi ko yung voice out ko yung family problems ko, yung relationship problems or just boy problems. And before chatting them, before like ranting to them immediately, uh I just ask them if they are in the right headspace to listen about my rants. And I have this friend na rin also na we do that to each other. Na, hey, are you in the right headspace to listen to my petty rants? Ganon. So I think it's a good start kasi lalo na ngayong pandemic, it's not easy to again to bottle up emotions, but at the same time it's not easy to listen agad-agad sa mga rants ng ibang tao kasi baka mamaya uh, hindi naman masama i-protektahan yung right, ano ba, yung parang momentum mo na you're in the right mental health and you want to, ano ba, you just want to focus on the things that could help your mental health. And it's not a wrong thing to do. Kaya dapat if ever na papasok yung vulnerability ng ibang tao sa'yo, they should make sure na you're in the right space to wait, sorry, ang disorganized na sagot ko.
No, no, it's okay. I think what
Yeah.
you're trying to say is that it's not wrong to protect your peace.
Yeah.
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 Tsaka ano, parang we shouldn't barge into people's lives. Tapos
Yeah.
Oo,
magda-drop
yung
ka ng ano,
bigla ka na lang papasok, "Uy, may rant ako,
"Uy,
umupo
alam
ka
mo
diyan,
ba
makinig ka."
ganito?"
Huwag
Malay
tayong
mo may problema sila, 'di ba? Like,
right. Huwag tayong
Yeah. Like,
marites.
kahit gaano pa ka-urgent yan, they should still make sure if
Mhm.
baka kasi mamaya galing lang sila sa pagka-overwhelm, sa pagka-breakdown.
Right, right. Let's be
And
considerate about other
yeah,
people then. Right.
wag naman tayo dumagdag.
Dami-dami ko ng problema, dadagdag ka pa. Hindi naman, joke lang.
Tapos yun, dahil dun, hindi tuloy magiging maganda yung usapan niyo.
Mm-mm.
Lalo pang lalala yung ano, 'di ba ang tawag
yeah,
dun? Trauma dumping. Yung bigla ka na lang, "Uy, something bad happened to me."
Here's my
Eh,
trauma.
yeah,
Let's dump it on you.
especially if you know na mati-trigger din sila sa problema mo. I just want to add, lalo na if you're seeking advice, baka mamaya that person, is not in the right mind to give out advice and baka mas mapalala pa yung sitwasyon mo. Because technically, it's decision making na pinapasa mo rin sa ibang tao. And also yun pala, dapat you should state ano yung gusto mong ma-receive sa tao na yun na if you just want them to listen ba or gusto nyo bang may advice na makuha. Yeah, that's what I learned.
Right. It's very healthy, very mature. Dapat, gayahin natin si Ate Jean.
we all need many genes. Marami, marami
Tama,
kailangan,
tama.
Okay,
kailangan.
ito na naman si Hannah sa mga puns niya.
Okay.
Pero define muna natin formally, ano ba ang trauma dumping? Para for the sake of our audience. Baka some of them pala, first time nilang marinig yung term na to.
Trauma dumping, defined by psychologytoday.com. Trauma dumping is an intense oversharing which can leave everyone involved feel more distressed and helpless. The other person may not be prepared to take in or react to what the other person is unsolicitedly sharing. So, yan nandito, nagto-trauma dump ka lang daw just to gain sympathy or attention from others and you're not wanting any type of comfort or advice. Alam niyo ba yun? Yun ang
Mm.
drop ka lang. Wala lang. It's not that na ini-invalidate trauma mo. Let's say that. It's not that. It's just, yun nga, yung sabi Ate Jean, you have to ask a person muna if they're willing to listen to you. Kasi not
Right.
all people nga can handle certain topics. Malay mo, natitrigger sila doon. Oversharing without a person's permission can lead to abusive, manipulative, and toxic relationships. So, in the end, walang nagbe-benefit. You just dumped your trauma and you didn't gain any advice. You didn't feel less traumatic or distressed. Tas yung kausap mo pa, nadagdag pa yung stress niya sa buhay niya kasi you just barged into their life. You didn't respect their space.
Right. So, compared sa pinag-usapan natin kanina, trauma dumping naman is lose-lose situation. Kasi
Yeah.
it's just carelessly dumping. Careless expression. Ayun.
Yeah, so overall, trauma dumping is obviously not healthy at all. Kaya
Pero
mo,
may isa pang term tayo dito. It's called venting. Ano naman tong venting na to? Ate Jean, are you familiar with venting?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is the same as ranting, right?
yeah.
I think so too, in my opinion.
Yeah, ayun. So I think it's basically the healthy way of trauma dumping. Kasi ayun, parang you vent what you feel without mentioning the traumas. Ganun. Like, kunwari, pagod ka sa Rex, yun, pwede mo siya i-vent out. It's not really trauma dumping na. And, siguro, I'd like to add lang siguro sa trauma dumping na it's like, I could compare it with, uninvited guests sa birthday siguro na hindi ka naman kaya in general na hindi ka naman papasok sa bahay ng isang tao without knocking in, uh,
Without their
without,
expectation.
Without
without
permission.
doorbell, gano'n. So, you don't have a key every time to trauma dump to other people. Ayun.
Right.
So, well, back to venting, ayun. I guess it's just simple rants in our life na, kunwari, sinira ng aso mo yung chinelas mo, gano'n. And just Rex in general. Sino
Medyo
ba
specific ata yun, Ate Jean.
Nangyari ata.
Okay, sorry po sa aso. Ayun, it's just simple, ano ba, simple problems in our life. Not unlike trauma dumping na maybe you've been handling it for how many years. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Oh, na-call out
So,
yung aso. Okay. Ano yun?
so bali sa sinabi ni Ate Jean, it's like venting is like small bits, ano, in
Mm-mm.
a everyday, ano, context. Tapos ang trauma dumping, all in one, ganon.
Yeah, and I don't think people would vent every day. So I think venting is a one-time thing. Kasi maliit lang siya.
Pwede rin.
Kasi yung trauma dumping, yung tipong buong kwento ng buhay mo, kwento mo sa tao, no? Tapos it's actually unnecessary to tell a person that this happened to you. Lalo na if that person is not aware that you're going to share this type of information, that will make them feel uncomfortable and magigilty pa sila kasi they feel like you are expecting something from them even though
Right,
na they
right.
didn't ask for this. So,
Mm-mm.
in short, venting is a healthy way to communicate. It is the exact opposite of trauma dumping. Kasi in venting kasi, from what I know, venting is that both parties are willing to listen and to communicate with one another, and there's always room for reflection, self-reflection, and improvement. Unlike sa trauma dumping, nang-dump ka lang, tapos umaalis ka na.
Right. So,
So,
katulad ng sinabi ni Ate Jean, yung dinidescribe niya kanina, like, mag-a-ask muna, are you in the right headspace? Venting yun. Ganon.
yeah.
Right, right.
We should all keep that in mind. Hindi
Mm.
lang tayo dito nag-uusap. Ano, to all the listeners should keep that in mind. Lalo na during in a pandemic, 2 years na tayo ko-quarantine. Tapos, hindi talaga mawawala yung vulnerability within us. So, we're not saying that it's wrong to share, but you just need to ask their permission. And you
Right,
should also be open to what their suggestions are. And you should take those suggestions as a way to improve yourself.
right.
Yeah, yun
Just
lang.
always
Listeners,
remember. Always
yeah.
remember to, like, be considerate and be aware always na a conversation is a two-way street.
Mm. Pero there are times din naman na hindi natin naiiwasan yung trauma dumping. So, Ate Jean, do you have any ideas or possible ways that we could express our emotions without accidentally nagto-trauma dump ka na pala? Like, it's not your intention, but you just want to be better. Like, how could you express yourself without that happening?
I guess, personally, nagkamali na ako dyan, back in junior high. But as I've indulged myself more on mental health talks, siguro is control mo lang talaga yung sarili mo. Kahit na overwhelmed ka na sa nararamdaman mo, uh, you should still consider if this person is worth the talk of your trauma. And if they are, well, again, ask for their permission first. If you could set in or you could, or pwede mo bang isingit itong trauma mo? Kasi, ano yun, ang pagkakaintindi ko kasi sa question nyo, parang you're in that the emotions na eh. So, sometimes kapag masyado ka nang kinakain ng emotions mo, parang ang hirap na niya pigilan. But then again, you should still have that control of yourself kasi you just don't give out your traumas or you just don't na wait, sorry. Hindi mo basta-basta na lang ipapaalam sa ibang tao na may trauma kang ganito about certain stuff. So, I think yun, na you should know your limits. Ayun, you should know your limits sa ano ba yung gusto mong iparating, hanggang saan ba yung gusto mong ipalabas na emotion sa tao na 'to. Para at least ayun, sa napag-usapan natin kanina na permission and stuff, para at least alam na rin ng tao paano, or alam na rin nung taong kinakausap mo kung paano siya mag-a-act out sa'yo. Kasi once again, puwedeng ma-trigger yung trauma, and hindi rin natin alam kung ano yung mga traumas ng lahat ng ibang tao. So, ayun, para may awareness din yung tao yun.
Yeah, it's just respecting yourself and respecting other people. Just the respect.
Right. It always comes down back to respect.
For you, Kiara, are
Yes.
there
For me.
ways? Yeah, are there ways that you should express your emotions without trauma dumping? Meron ka bang tips
Um,
dyan?
um, there are a lot of ways naman to express your emotions. It doesn't have to be with other people din naman. Like, pwedeng
Mm.
sa sarili mo lang. Like ako, every once in a while, magjo-journal ako kapag like, petty ako, ganon. Gusto kong i-rant, pero alam kong it's gonna be really bad for other people kapag share ko sa kanila. So, I'll be considerate, ganon. Tapos, i-journal ko na lang siya. Tapos, sa akin na siya. And then it's gonna be a
Yeah.
way of like, extinguishing those negative feelings. Tapos, okay na ako. Ganon.
Mm.
So there are a lot of ways talaga. It's just a matter of getting to know yourself, like what works for you, ganon. I'm pretty sure journaling doesn't work with everyone. So there are other ways like dancing, jogging ka, or mag-drive ka sa Grand
Stress
Auto Theft.
eating.
Right, stress eating.
Okay.
Ayun. Ikaw, Hana, what are your ways of expression? Wow.
Ah, kung ngayon, right now, nagle-lift ako ng weights. So
Nice.
dahil
Nag-lift
weightlifting,
ka?
so
OMG,
dahil
naman.
so
Grabe,
dahil
Hana
doon,
batak.
so I think wala pang over year, parang few months na. Dahil doon, yung emotions kasi na madalas ko nararamdaman is yung parang frustration. Alam mo naman, pag mataas yung esteem ko sa sarili ko, okay, I'll tell you that. And
Alam
because
ko
of
talaga
that,
yun.
may frustration ako. And I don't want to tell other people naman na galit ako sa sarili ko lagi. So I'll just use weightlifting as a way to release my intense emotions. And dahil doon, wala pa ako nabobother na tao. And at the same time, it helps my physical, aspect. So yun,
Right.
that's for me.
Na-curious tuloy ako. Ate Jean, ikaw naman.
Oh, other than venting out to other people, kasi may naalala lang ako nung sinabi ni Hannah yung pag-weights niya or pag-lift niya. Nung inagandan kasi akong seminar dati about ano ba? Basta about related siya sa psychology in general. Tapos, ang ginagawa daw niya, and psychologist kasi siya, if I remember correctly. And ang ginagawa daw niya is tumatakbo daw siya or just jogging in general kapag if she's feeling negative feelings. And ayun, it is proven daw na parang dopamine releases kapag nag-jogging ka or tumatakbo ka lang in general. Pag napapagod daw yung katawan mo. So, ayun, siguro this pandemic, one of the ways na nagawa ko before is, ayun, I started working out kapag, uh, when, especially that time last year when I was in the rock bottom. So, parang, ako personally, naawa na ako sa friends ko na they have to listen to my rants every now and then because of this certain problem. So, ayun. So, surprisingly, naging motivation ko yung certain problem na yun to work out more. And, ayun. I also tried different hobbies na none of it worked. Pero I also joined an organization last summer. So, ayun, it helped a lot, lalo na nung grade 11 or when the pandemic came, parang naging introvert ako bigla. So, interacting with other people, with new people, actually helped out my, ano ba, yung nararamdaman or yung pinagdadaanan ko dati instead of trauma dumping or venting to my friends over and over again. Kasi, ayun nga, parang there is inside me kasi na ayoko silang magsawa sa akin. Kasi, ayun, paulit-ulit na nga lang yung rant. So, I tried to come up with different ways, such as, working out and uh, interacting to new people. Kasi you just don't rant to new people, right? So, it was a great, ano ba, it was a great way that time kasi I get to know their hobbies and you just don't meet people na, ano ba, na may unique sports, ganon. Yeah, that's for me.
And we're so glad to hear that we've come up with so many ways to cope.
I mean, it's true naman. It's our responsibility rin naman to keep ourselves na
Mm-mm.
accountable.
So, anyway, yung napansin ko sa ating usapan about our different ways of expression is like parang nagiging ways na rin siya uh, or how we overcome our misfortunes and the things that we go through in life.
Yeah, I could say that misfortunes in life talaga, kahit napakasakit siya, actually a good motivation.
Right, katulad ng sabi ni Ate Jean.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Pero sometimes nga naman, misfortunes agad, hindi siya agad motivation, you know?
Right.
Like
Kasi
parang, aray,
misfortune siya.
agoy, agoy. Like parang, syempre, una, iiyak tayo, di ba?
Siyempre.
Yeah,
Yun nga,
and
express muna natin ang ating feelings towards it.
yeah, it's okay to cry it out.
Right.
It's okay not to be okay. I know, cliche siya, pero okay. Okay.
But it's true.
It's true.
Ayun, so misfortunes. Tama, okay. Ate Jean. Ikaw po, Ate Jean, do you think that misfortunes are important? Kasi nasabi nga natin, they can become motivation. Like, is that, ano? like,
Bakit
like,
tayo nagsasuffer? Why? Is it so important?
grabe, na, grabe naman yung tanong mo.
Important ba yung suffering? Okay.
Ayun.
Yun na.
Do you think misfortunes...
Okay. Ay, nagigets ko na yung tanong.
Okay.
Pero, siguro in general, everyone should experience misfortunes or just problems in general. Kasi parang, for me, ang bigat ng misfortune. But, ayun, kasi parang hindi tayo matututo in life without this. And, ayun, parang we just have to learn from it. And sabi nga rin ni Hana kanina, I'd like to agree with the so-called cliche. Kasi sometimes kasi cliche phrases, yun pa yung may pinaka-impact. Nagiging cliche lang siya kasi paulit-ulit. But yeah, it's definitely okay not to be okay. Kasi nabasa ko rin, I guess, for the past days na dapat daw talaga maramdaman mo yung moment na hindi ka okay, na you have to cry it out, na you have to be sad. Kailangan mo raw talagang, ano ba, parang i-let in sa safe space mo yung negative emotions na yun. Kasi habang iniiwasan mo raw, parang mas lalo siyang lumalala. So, for example, siguro in relationships in general, if your current relationship fails, you just don't find another one. And just, kasi malaki yung possibility na it won't work again. Kasi you still have, this not healed emotions, this not healed part of yours. And, as much as possible, we want to we want to enter relationships fully healed, or wala nang dinadalang uh, negative emotions towards past relationships. So it's one way of healing din yung ano ba, siguro baligtad naman na you are comforting your negative feelings kasi it's part of you. Ayan.
Right. May nabasa din ako before yun na ano, the healthiest way daw or to um, move on from something, ano, kunwari may nangyari tapos you feel really sad about it, ang tama daw, ang tamang gawin daw is like to just identify mo muna yung sadness na nafe-feel mo, or even if it's not sadness, kunwari anger, it's important that you first identify that feeling and then saka mo like you let it flow through you, like yes, galit ako, yes, sad ako, ganon. So that ano, like fully mo rin siya malalet go, like ano, over time, after mo na ma-feel yung sadness or anger, like, masasabi mo na, okay, okay na ako, hindi na ako angry. Ganon.
And ano, I feel like misfortunes are important. Kahit yun yung tanong ko kanina, bakit na important yung misfortune? Okay, tanong ko, sagot ko. For me, I think that misfortunes are very important. Yung problems in life are very important because it helps us to become more resilient and stronger emotionally. Like kunyari, if we encounter that same problem again, we won't crumble or cry anymore. We'll just remember that we've been here before, and parang it's a reminder that we could do it. We could overcome it once again. And other than that, I've read something from a book. I forgot the title, pero sabi dun sa book na parang ano, humans should learn how to resist instant gratification, instant happiness. They should learn to like not be more comfortable all the time, to not be happy all the time. They should also accept the pains in life. Because with the pains in life, like parang paniniwala nila when you experience pains in life, afterwards there's something good going to happen. If always kang comfortable in one place, you always feel comfortable, pero you won't evolve. You won't evolve to a better person. But if you face your misfortunes, if you face your problems, you're always ready for hardships. It means you're already preparing yourself to receive all the good things in life.
I want to add on that, can I?
Yeah, you may.
Okay, so nabasa ko yun kasi sa Twitter uh, yung opposite naman ng mindset na sinabi mo na instead of instead of being excited to the good things na they're expecting, they are rather scared na of the misfortunes that might come to them, na parang magiging aware na lang sila tapos na, oh, I'm being too happy right now, and then all of a sudden bigla daw may fear silang mararamdaman na, oh, I'm gonna be sad in a few weeks from now, something like that. So so
Ay,
I guess,
oo.
so
Yung
yeah,
ganun.
diba? So parang maganda rin yung sinabi mo talaga kanina na don't be too comfortable with your, I guess, with whatever comfort is providing you right now, kasi
Mm.
hindi siya magtatagal sa buhay natin, and we won't stay in that phase forever.
Yeah, we just learn to accept na lang siguro. And I feel like gano'n din ako dati, sabi ko, 'pag masyado akong tumatawa ng malakas, I feel like na, hala, baka next week hindi na ako makakatawa ng ganito. And ayun, and I learned that parang it's from the o parang pagiging paranoid ng tao or overthinking lang. That's what I think personally. Yun
Siguro,
lang.
to me, it's all just a matter of perspective, like how
Yeah,
you look at
perspective.
things. Oo. Pero misfortunes din kasi, I guess, unfair din sa sarili mo if you're always going to look at misfortunes as learning opportunities.
Mm.
Sometimes, you're allowed to treat misfortunes as they are. Like, you don't always have to, kasi, diba, we consider misfortunes as like a bad thing, ganon. So,
Mm.
what I'm trying to say is, you don't always have to get a good thing out of a bad thing. You
Yeah.
can just let it be a bad thing. Yun lang. So, it's just a matter of perspective lang talaga for me.
it depends na lang if the misfortunes that you experienced before made sense in a way that it kind of helped you to become a better person. So yeah, it all comes down to the perspective of the person.
Right.
Yeah, yun lang. Eh,
Ano ba ba hindi natin napag-usapan? Yung circle of friends.
yeah. Dahil doon, we talked about vulnerability, trauma dumping. Ano pinagkaiba ng venting sa trauma dumping, overcoming the problems in our life. So, in general, if we come into a conclusion with all the topics that we've talked about kanina, it will all come down to this conclusion that we all need a support system. So a good support system, a good example of support system is a good circle of friends. So over time, of course, I've been into many circle of friends, and I've also left some circle of friends because I feel like that they don't um they don't fulfill like my parang morals. They don't fit into my morals and that. So for you at Jean, do you have a do you have an idea on how to find that right circle of friends that will help you grow into a person? Like could handle yung parang makakasama mo lang in your journey in life.
Siguro I'd like to balikan yung sinabi ni Kiara kanina na
Okay.
we don't show vulnerability to every one of our friends. So I'm guessing there's no really right circle of friends, but there is definitely a bad circle of friends, which ayun nga, just contains backstabbing and insulting, etc. So I guess there is neutral ones and circle of friends na could help you grow. And I guess siguro the neutral ones are where you can just have fun with them and sila yung siguro lalapitan mo if you want to have fun or just party or like pag nandun ka sa moment mo na masaya ka, na you want to have fun. And we have this circle of friends na you can show your true self siguro. And I think we can find those by uh, siguro by letting yourself how to siguro it will matter kung base sa kung paano ka makikipagkaibigan with this circle of friends. Kasi they will treat you the same and of how you would uh, of how you would choose to treat them, ganun. So if you would treat them na so if you kasi ano ba? Sorry yung gulo. Pero it's a matter of ayun, trial and error. ayun.
Okay.
Finding circle of friends is trial and error. Kasi at first, siguro you slowly show some of your emotions. And if tatanggapin yun ng mga kaibigan mo, syempre parang nasa isip mo na yun na, oh, this type of circle of friends accept this kind of emotions of mine. So, ayun, parang dun nakadepende kung paano mo i-show yung emotions mo sa kanila and if you're comfortable enough to show vulnerability and kung paano ka makikipagkaibigan sa kanila in general and paano mo rin tatratuhin yung emotions na pinapakita nila sa group of friends. Ayun.
Yun. I'd just like to add sa sinabi ni Ate Jean. I guess, ayun nga, sabi niya, you just have to, like, try yung trial and error. If you just, like, be your natural self, ganun, you'll attract the people that are, ano ba? The, you will attract the people that
Has
are
the same
for,
energy. Yeah.
yeah, right, that are, like, on the same vibration. Wow! Ganon.
Ayun. So, before we end, I would just like to add, I just like to ask, what do you find in a friend ba? Okay, first, ikaw, Kara, what do you find in a friend? What do you want to, ano gusto mo makita sa isang friend?
Ano, syempre like, um, wait, ano yung gusto ko makita sa friend?
Like, parang what do you want in a friend? Aside
Ah,
from, gusto mo same vibes kayo. Aside from that,
uh,
I guess.
siguro I'd like to find comfort in them, most
Mm.
especially, tsaka, like, ano, good times, you know, and yung, yung knowledge that, like, on the same, we have a mutual understanding na, ano ba?
Great minds think alike.
Like, yung like take and receive na mentioned kanina ni Ate Jean.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I would like to find in a friend. For
How
Ate
about
Jean naman.
you? Yeah, how about you, Ate
Right, right.
Jean?
Um, for me, siguro, siguro if you respect my boundaries in general na, no expectations, ganun siguro na, lalo na yung nag-expect na re-replyan ka agad. I don't know, it's one of my pet peeve, I guess. I'm sorry. Pero kasi, sometimes, I mean, right now, I'm comfortable with not replying to people immediately kasi,
Mm.
I'm kind of preparing to second quarter, to second quarter ng second sem namin. So, ayun, so parang hinahanda ko yung sarili ko in a way na I don't, hindi ko inuubos agad yung social battery ko. So, parang, I guess, nag-charge muna ako, ganun. So, ayun lang, yung parang may unspoken agreement kami na you respect my boundaries of me not replying to you immediately or not hindi ako magko-comply agad sa mga gusto mo and asking permissions about certain stuff. So,
Mm.
I guess that's it. Other than what Kiara said, siguro added na rin yun, yung comfort, same vibes, etc. But
Yeah.
what's most important for me is, ayun, they should know their limitations with me. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Like you have your own time. You should keep that to yourself. Well, for me naman, I would also like a friend na same vibes kami, who would respect my boundaries and my time. And in addition to that, I would also like in a friend that would celebrate my successes, and I would celebrate their successes. And I also would like a friend that would accept my failures, and I would also accept their failures. Kasi, yun nga, kumbaga, in a friendship, I feel like my main goal in a friendship is to help each other grow from a lot of things that's happening. Yeah. So yun. I'm very happy that we talked about this topic with you, Ate Jean, kasi
Right. Ako
yeah,
rin.
like parang
Same.
best decision natin na si Ate Jean yung guest speaker natin for today.
Tama. And I learned so much today. And recap lang natin, ano ba? Una sa lahat, know your
Mhm.
limitations, set boundaries, get to know yourself, find people that can understand you,
Ask for permission.
right? Be considerate, and
Mm-mm.
ano ba ba? Find ways to express yourself other than ranting or venting. Don't
Mm-mm.
trauma dump.
Know
Ayun.
the difference between trauma dumping and venting.
Right. And ano,
That
um, misfortunes can be
mm,
motivation and learning opportunities. Ayun. Dami pag-usapan today, grabe.
yeah. But also, add ko lang sa misfortunes, it's okay to take those misfortunes as misfortunes. It's okay that it makes you feel
Right.
bad. Not na lang mo, misfortunes makes you feel bad. So just cry it out. It's okay to cry.
Right. It's okay not to be okay. Yun ang
Mm-mm.
ating bottom line. Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you so much, Ate Jean, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
are so happy that we got to talk to you. Ayun.
Yeah.
Thank you also. It's
And
an
it,
honor to be part of your podcast.
kinikilig kami.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Okay.
So, ayun, before we end, ito na talaga, before we end, Ate Jean, do you have a wish for our audience? What do you wish for our listeners?
Siguro, right now in the pandemic talaga, masyadong on edge yung mental health nating lahat. So I guess we should try to indulge more, to know more about our own mental health, and to go out of our immature ways, just such as trauma dumping. So we should find healthy ways to how to take care of our own mental health as well as other people's mental health. And
And thank you so much, Ate Jean.
Be
Okay.
like Ate Jean. We need more jeans in the world.
grabe na.
Constant reminder yan to
Yes,
everyone. So
yes, tama.
yeah.
So, thank you so much again, Ate Jean. To our listeners, if you want to hear more about Ate Jean, follow her IG and Twitter at Ewaine. That's spelled EHWAINE.
And if you want to hear more from us, me and Kara, and also from Titan Radio, make sure to follow and like us on our Facebook page, LSQC Lead. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at LSQC Titan Radio. Once again, I am Hannah Marichi, your main host for today's episode, and I am with.
Kiara Garcia, also your main host for this episode.
And thank you for tuning in to Titan Radio, the
The
space
space
where
where
you'll
you'll
never
never
feel
feel
out
out
of
of
place.